Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching my video. I am the Empathic Torian, and this is for Aquarius, July 1st through the 15th. We're going to look and see what energies surround you during this time. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Again, thank you for watching, and let's get started. Okay, which animal has a message for Aquarius? Ooh, you guys got the cobra. So the cobra here is very interesting because it may not be exactly what you think it's going to be, because with the cobra we ultimately have a sense of giving and receiving. But what it is that you're giving is knowledge, because the cobra in life manifests as a person who has taught you something very invaluable. And that person who also taught you, in this case as the student, was once a student themselves, right? Because someone taught them and then they taught you. It could be like a grandparent, or it could be like a college professor, or you know, an awesome teacher that you had in school. Could be anybody, right? But there's this sense of going from student to teacher to teacher to student, and there's this cycle. There's this giving of giving and receiving knowledge and passing it on, and the cycle continues. So it's a time to be grateful for what you have learned, and also a time to see how you can be giving back with what you have learned. And you know, ultimately, to never get tired of learning, to never think that you know it all, and that there's always something new to learn, because you can help inspire other people from what you have been taught. Very cool. Alright, universe card. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. What does that mean? What are you being asked to do? The message here behind this is for you to forget about expectations. And when you forget about expectations, you are opening yourself up to the possibilities. You're just opening up a whole, you know, door of opportunities and possibilities, and you're not so focused on one particular thing that you think it is what you need. And interesting enough, what it is that you think you need when you're asking for it, it may be viewed from our highest teacher, right? God, the universe, as not exactly what you need. But ultimately what you will be given is a gift. How beautiful this is, you guys. This is such a blessed message, because you have here this teacher and this student, and this forward motion of knowledge being passed on. And then you have that showing through again with this card, and not having expectations, and receiving what you get as a gift, and then giving it. Something to think about. Alright, let's see what messages we have for Aquarius, July 1st through the 15th. Okay, you guys got the Death card in the upright, Ace of Pentacles and Seven of Wands in the reverse, Eight of Cups in the reverse, Three of Swords in the reverse. There you are, the Star card in the upright. Underneath you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, you guys, let's see what we have. Alright, first up with the Death card, this could be a Scorpio, but there's also an important message here with letting go for the sake of transformation. And, you know, ultimately with the Death card, if we're holding on to things for so long and we don't appropriately deal with things that present themselves as major life cycles, and let go of old memories that accumulate to be a bunch of baggage, you're going to eventually face, I'll put it to you like this. You have the Death card, right? So that's a time for letting go. And then there's the Temperance card, which is about balance and moderation. And if you fail to balance what needs to be let go of, then there's the Devil, right? The Devil comes along with the number 16, number 15 card. And That's when something's got a really bad hold on you. And then, of course, what happens after that? You got the Tower. So you have an option here to purge these old memories and what presents itself as baggage for the sake of transforming yourself. So there could be something that you guys are having to let go of. And then with the Ace of Pentacles here, we see some blocks to getting what you want. It could present itself as a lost opportunity. And it can also be a lack of planning. But there's definitely some blocks here to having what you want, and there is a need for balance and to realign yourself. Moving on, the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So there's this feeling here with this card of being overwhelmed and even having to defend yourself, right, as you're separate from others, like you're just trying to stand out on your own, or maybe even trying to overly protect yourself. But you need to push through here and ground your energy, because all this pushing yourself away and feeling like you have to defend yourself may not exactly be necessary. Right? If you open yourself up to the possibilities, you may find another avenue of where to put your energy. Alright, and then with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, there's this sense of wanting to walk away. There's a sense of feeling like, you know, what's the point? I'm not really quite sure what to do with this, but I'm willing to just leave these broken pieces here and just walk away. And you could be willing to walk away without answers or without a sense of closure. But ultimately you feel willing to take this action despite that lack of closure and despite, you know, the answers that you weren't given. But there's caution here too, because this card presents itself also as a reaction to sadness, a reaction to, you know, the more negative things that we may experience. And because it is a reaction, you know, you may think you want to walk away, and then you may walk away, but that may not be the permanent decision that you take. Okay? And ultimately, if it, you know, is a reaction, then again, that's where you can find some unresolved issues that you ultimately have to let go of, or deal with and let go of, so you can move on. Alright, and then with the Three of Swords in the reverse, this signifies releasing pain. So for some of you, you are going to be moving into this state of allowing yourself to heal, allowing the healing process to begin. And some of you could be recovering from the difficulty of an ended relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic. Some of you could be mourning, you know, the death of somebody that died. But also, too, you know, you may be ready to accept and move on. Or you could be struggling with moving on. But with this card, you're encouraged to find a sense of hope and a sense of inner peace, and to ultimately be the light within a dark situation. Alright, and then you guys got the Star, which represents the zodiac sign of Aquarius. That's you guys. But also, too, there's a sense of hope. There's a sense of, you know, getting through hard times, of getting to a place of peace and of serenity. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. And there's encouragement here with you knowing that everything is going to be okay. Alright, you guys, then you guys got the Two of Pentacles in the upright. So with this card, we have a sense of balance. There's a sense, a message here to balance our time and our energy. And that goes along with where we're putting our time and our energy with what we want and with our responsibilities. So there's a message here to prioritize and to potentially make a decision. Twos can signify a decision needing to be made. So some of you guys obviously might need to make a decision in prioritizing where you are putting your time and where you are putting your energy. Okay, so I see you guys are definitely having to work on some things. So let's get some clarifiers to further figure out, you know, where these energies are coming from. I've already shuffled, and let's lay them out. Three of Wands in the reverse. Six of Wands in the reverse. Four of Swords in the reverse. Two of Pentacles again in the upright. The Judgment card in the reverse. The Nine of Swords in the upright. And then underneath you have the Lovers. Very nice. Alright, you guys, so the Three of Wands in the reverse. This could signify obstacles to getting where you want to go. In the upright, the guy went through the Two of Wands and making a decision, and now he's looking, you know, not only to where he wants to go, but he's figuring out how to get there. In the reverse, we have obstacles and figuring out how to get there. There's something that you need to let go of so that door can be open to you, so you can put those plans into action, because some of you guys are, you know, it's time to execute this plan, and there's struggles in doing so because there's something is in need of purging and of releasing. And some of you could be struggling to let go of an old and unserving mindset. Maybe you're struggling with how to let go. Alright, then the Six of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles, we have potentially your ego getting in the way. Like this guy's sitting high on his horse and he's getting recognition, but in the reverse, you know, all that attention could be going to his head, which would refer to our ego. And there is a lack of confidence here, too. There could have been a fall from grace. Perhaps you were in this higher place of security. Oh, it's raining. The sun is shining and it is raining. Oh, I love it. Okay, sorry. Little distraction. Like I said, a fall from grace. There could also be negative feelings towards yourself. And this attitude could be what is blocking your ability to manifest, right? This is a blockage to manifestation with the Ace of Pentacles, and this attitude of the Six of Wands could be the problem to this blockage. Alright, and then you have the Four of Swords in the reverse on top of the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is frustration. This is a lack of progress and the frustration with that lack of progress. And perhaps for some of you, it's not wanting to try to mentally sort out an issue because of the potential thoughts that come up, right? Because this guy sits in quiet and he meditates and he contemplates, but when you do that, you may also too open a door to things that you really don't want to think about, right? But sometimes you got to face these things head on and, you know, stand up to yourself, which is interesting, right? Stand up to yourself, like, because your ego is going to get in your way. It's going to tell you you can't do something. And if you are sitting in quiet, and that ego has much opportunity to come in, but you got to take control of that guy, okay? Because he wants to control you, you know, so it's like this little internal argument with yourself. But here, with the Four of Swords, remember the Three of Swords. This was a time of pain and a time of sorrow, but it also sets you up to be able to heal. And with this opportunity to let go of the negative emotions and the thoughts attached to a situation, you know, if you embrace that opportunity, you can release the pain that is blocking you from moving forward. Okay? Alright, with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, you have the Two of Pentacles in the upright. So there's a balancing act here. Again, I mentioned this with the Two of Pentacles right here, between your time and your energy, with what you need to do and what you want to do. So there could be a need to evaluate your priorities, and you might need to change some things up to dissolve this Eight of Cups energy, right? So perhaps some of you are wanting to walk away, but maybe that's not exactly what you need to do. You're going to have to take care of business, you know, fully dissolve the problem, acknowledge it, see what can be fixed, what can't, and then make your decision. Not just move on because you're frustrated and don't know how to deal, because guess what? You guys do know how to deal. You can work through any situation that comes your way. I believe we're not given more than we can take, and if you feel like you've been given a shitload, then guess what? God thinks you are pretty powerful, okay? Just a little word of encouragement there. Alright, Judgment in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse. There is, again, some self-doubt, right? We have a lack of confidence right here, and there's a sense of self-doubt and a lack of confidence here, and there's a need to reevaluate yourself. You know, to be in judgment energy when it's in the upright, it's a sense of awakening, it's a sense of rebirth, and to get there, you have to be able to evaluate yourself, you know, find what's right, find what's wrong, find what's out of balance, and fix it, and even have an objective point of view, not letting your emotions and your thoughts get in the way, okay? There's a message here to contemplate on what you can learn from, right? And, you know, just remember, although a bad situation can't be made good, there's still always an opportunity with the bad situations to create good from them, right? And that's when we learn lessons. That's when, you know, when this time comes that it's time to let go of something, you have an opportunity here with death to learn a very important lesson. And guess what, you guys? If you don't learn that lesson, it will come back, and it will continue until you learn it. Speaking from experience, you know, I'm a Taurus. I'm rather stubborn, but I'm also an Aquarius moon, so I can totally feel what you guys are going through because I'm right there with you. This is a lot, you guys. I know. Just hang in there, okay? All right, 9 of Swords in the upright on top of the star. So this card pretty much says it all. This guy is, you know, being kept up at night from his tormenting thoughts. He's probably having anxiety, a sense of despair and depression, and this energy right here could be getting in the way of you guys feeling this sense of hope. You're going to have to, like I said, take on your ego. You're going to have to go to battle with this guy because unfortunately we were all born with an ego, and an ego is going to always get in the way of what you really want to do and what you're trying to do, because it's going to tell you, you know, there is no other option but to feel despair and to feel anxiety, and that's just simply not true, right? We wouldn't know what's bad if we didn't know what's good, and vice versa. So this guy can be dealt with, and you deserve this. Don't let that anxiety and despair get in your way. Alright, and then you guys have the Lovers on top of the 2 of Pentacles. The Lovers also represents a Gemini. But again, these 2 cards speak of balance and of harmony. And you guys are in big need of having a sense of balance and of harmony. So that message is, you know, repeated again, you know, and showing through many of these cards. You know, consider what you're dealing with. Consider where you're putting your time, where you're putting your energy with your home, your work, your friends, you know, your significant other. And you can be the one to interject some of that much needed balance. And this card is also about being in alignment and making appropriate choices. And remember too, before the Lovers comes the Hierophant, and in the Hierophant, that's where we have established our belief system. So you may have to, you know, introspect a little bit and retract yourself and evaluate what it is that you're all about and what you want. Okay? So, you know, and remember too, you guys, with the planets and doing their retrograde for the month, there's plenty of time to work on unfinished business because everything else is going to be slowed down. Oh boy, it's going to be a doozy. I just know it. But, thank you guys so much for watching this. I send you much love and many blessings. Stay tuned for the middle of the month, and we will see what else we have going on for all of us Aquarians. Much love, you guys. Peace.